everything is striving to be more safety oriented.
Those advances, I mean, they make you a lot more efficient out there in the field, and you're taking care of your employee. Hey, Jesse, how you doing this morning?
What's up, man? How are we?
Oh, doing pretty good, man. So what do you think are some of the hidden costs with outdated tools?
There's quite a few, but I think the top one would probably be parts and repair becoming obsolete. Just, the longer you have outdated tools, the more prone they are to breaking down.
Yeah.
And you just have to send them in, repair. And then also obtaining those parts to get for repair is going to become harder and harder because those parts have become obsolete.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially with outdated tools, sometimes manufacturers discontinue those tools and their replacement parts, so that can put you in a pickle as well.
Yep, absolutely.
What's something you've seen out in the field as far as an outdated tool costing you more time and, maybe your production or quality out in the field?
Yeah, an outdated tool. One example I could provide is like hole hogging.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're familiar with that.
Very.
But like when I first started in the industry as a contractor, we were installing 2-inch and even some 4-inch main with hole hogs. Basically, you'd open dig the entire block, and then any sidewalk and driveway you were shooting with a hole hog, pulling it through with a cable. It was absolutely a nightmare. Now we have smaller drills and like equipment like the nano drill that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You can set it up on a mini, you can pivot, rotate. There's just better technology out there. It saves time, it saves strain on the employee. Just a lot more versatile as well.
I agree 110%, Jesse. So, as technology advances, Jesse, we still have a lot of the contractors out there that like to use, the old school methods, for lack of better terms. But, as this technology does advance and we get better tools, it makes other contractors more efficient at doing these job tasks out in the field versus using the older methods. So what's some of the situations you've seen in your territory, and as far as how those upgrades pay off in the long run?
Well, I mean, just in this industry, it continues to advance. Anywhere from your leak detection equipment to your hand tools, everything is striving to be more safety oriented. Not so much as a productivity driven tool. We want efficiency, but I would think that things are being more directed towards the safety aspect of it. You could take squeeze tools, for instance, like our footage, where you have like our 20-to-1 gear ratio that really just kind of saves the personnel utilizing it out in the field. It's you're not down there wrenching it down, trying to squeeze off two guys on it. You got that gear ratio that kind of eliminates some of that strain. The ground spikes that go with it, they keep adding stuff to these tools that help eliminate any sort of accident that would happen out on the job site,
as well as employee fatigue. You mentioned the squeeze tools. I know back whenever we were down in the ditch, you'd be 110 degrees outside and you got two guys trying to squeeze off a piece of 6-inch, and it gets pretty tiresome pretty quick.
For sure.
So those advances, I mean, like you said, they make you a lot more efficient out there in the field, and you're taking care of your employees. You're not going to have near as many injuries. Your safety overall is going to improve, and your employee fatigue.
Yep, absolutely, and that's the big thing. If these employees aren't breaking their backs, their morales are going to be higher. They have better, safer tools out there. It's going to produce productivity. I think in the long run.
I agree. Well, Jesse, what about the ROI? Whenever these contractors make the investments on these tools, I mean, what are they going to recoup on their investments? I mean, what are some of the key aspects there?
Yeah, I mean, upgrading, who doesn't like a new tool, right?
Yeah.
So whenever these guys can get a new shiny tool in their hand, I think that's going to help improve the morale of them. They're going to want to try the tools out. It's going to help produce productivity. And then also, we've kind of speculated on this prior, but it's, some of it is, just getting the up-to-date tools is going to eliminate a lot of the overhead costs in the long run. You're buying a new tool, you don't have to continuously get it refurbished or sent in for repairs. It's just the lifespan is overall going to be longer, and like the parts and labor and all that stuff will they'll still be in place. They're not going to be obsolete and things like that.
That's a good answer, Jesse. That's a good answer. Well, Jesse, let's talk about that classic response we always get. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. How do you respond to that to a contractor that's looking for some tooling upgrade?
No, it's definitely a line you hear a lot. I think, the biggest thing is, it might not be broken, but is it holding you back?
Yep.
I think you could kind of push that topic there and just emphasize on the benefits and the pros and the cons of the new versus the old. 9 times out of 10, the pros of a new tool are going to benefit the end user in the long run. It's just they're going to be more productive. Maintenance, repairs, breakdown, all these kinds of things. You're not going to have to really deal with the new tool. Plus, as utilities adopt these tools, contractors and things should also pick up where they are. As the industry moves forward, utilities, contractors, they should be progressive and try to move along with these new tools.
I think so too. And as technology advances and we have better and efficient tools out there, why wouldn't you upgrade?
Absolutely.
Especially if it increases the production on your job.
And it's safer. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Jesse, it sure has been nice talking to you today. Kind of got to cover the updating of tools, ROIs, hidden cost in tooling, and how that can make you more efficient out in the field, as well as keeping up to date on your compliance. Is there anything you would like to add to that?
No, I think we hit some important topics, just making sure that, you're staying on top of your compliant related tooling, up to date, being proactive, not reactive, and just ensuring that the guys in the field are getting the tools that they need to complete the job safely and successfully. That's at the end of the day, that's what we do here is we try to help out. We're a resource. We're an information provider, right? So we help these guys get what they need so they can do the jobs right.
Yep. I agree, man. Well, Jesse, thanks a lot, man.
Yeah,
It's
thanks,
good seeing
Jay.
you.
Appreciate you.